Hiphopscrate, get your crate ready.
Your boy Landlord, aka LANDLEEZY, flying straight from Shateville, Queens to hiphopscrate. Get your crate ready. Boy LANDLEEZY, about to jump into these crate questions, you heard? How would your neighborhood describe your personality? You know what I'm saying? I'm real to myself, you know what I'm saying? Real calm with it, humble, you know what I mean? You know, some would say that's a little standoffish sometimes. Some would say, nah, he's just be in his own zone, but it's always love. I'm always love with the whole hood. Everybody know that, you know what I mean? Whatever we can get together, we gonna make together, you know what I'm saying? How did you become part of Queens the Movement? All right, so how I got down with Queens the Movement, my man Ox, Free Ox, L Gang, you know what I'm saying? Northside Queens. My man Ox, he was jacking my sound and everything, you know what I mean? So, you know, he pulled me over, said he was about to do a track with Victor Moan from 40. You know, that's Call Me Moan now. And then he was doing a track with Lex 911 from the Bellow side of Queens, you know what I'm saying? So I went over there, hopped on the track. We was in Brooklyn. Shout out to my man CEO Buck, you know what I'm saying? Like, we was over there, we was at his crib, and I just threw me the loop, like, yo, get on the track, spit that shit. They was jacking in, and we did the Queens the Movement record. You know, Queens Get the Money, and that shit took off from there. You know where we went with that. Loyalty or respect, and why? I would say loyalty, you know what I'm saying? Cause, you know what I mean? A person might not always respect you, but he could be loyal to you at all times, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel, you know what I mean? And if I think, like, I'd rather a person that I'm more secure with, whether they don't respect me at that point, as long as they loyal, we're gonna get to that. But if you want truth be told, respect is probably more important, because you gotta respect someone first to be loyal to them. So maybe outside with respect, you know what I mean? What's up next for you? Well, right now we got the Breach video featuring my fly highlight, you know, Dirty Niggas Worldwide. You know what I'm saying? We got that video on BET, Revolt, MTV Jams right now, and we got the records, you know, playing with DJ Will on Power 105, Love De Niro, Superstar J on Satellite, High 97 be jacking it. We tapped in with different avenues right now. We got the Breach video, we got the Got 'Em video, we got the Believe video, we got the Muscle videos. We got a lot of videos out, you know, just tap in on YouTube, LANDLEEZY, or go to Spotify and you see what I got going on. It's just up from here, you know what I mean? Just tapping into the airwaves, tapping into the videos. Got the podcast, Set the Tone podcast. Just working, man. That's all I could say is up right now, you know what I mean? We're gonna up it and run it up. Who is Landlord? I mean, Landlord is still finding out who Landlord is, to be honest, you know what I mean? Landlord is just growth. Landlord is Shateville, Queens, you know what I mean? Humble dude, grew up only child, you know what I mean? So the streets became my family. You know, good parents, you know, rest in peace to both of them, you know what I'm saying? So Landlord is just a in-between of the collar world and the streets, you know what I mean? Just what it is, just a person who's tapped in with the streets, you know what I mean? Just like you asked a question about respecting the landlord. A lot of people don't love their landlord, but they gonna pay when rent is due, you know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is. How did you and your co-host come up with the Set the Tone podcast? All right, bet. Shout out my partner, JC The Light, you know what I mean? What happened was, me and him, we just, you know, we always click like that, you know what I'm saying? That's my man for a long time, so, you know, we always be talking about, yo, we be cracking jokes, talking our shit. So we like, yo, man, we should put this shit on podcast once we see the podcast game going where it is. So, you know, I tapped in with my man, SHATEK, the producer, you know what I mean? And he was like, yo, he said he got something going on. And so we did like a little test run with it. He was jacking our shit, you know what I mean? First, it was called like Group Chat Podcast or some shit like that. Group Chat Podcast, you know what I mean? But then like, we like, you know what I mean? You know, we here to set the tone with everything, you know what I mean? So we jacked that better and we ran with that name. We did like a little test run. SHATEK was jacking it. And then, you know, we had what we had now, like 20-something episodes in. A couple good people. Check out them episodes too, man. Set the Tone Podcast on YouTube, Anchor, Spotify. You know what I mean? Fuck with us, man. How did you get your name, Landlord? All right, so basically what it was, it's not even on no rap shit. You know what I mean? In my hood, in Shayville, you know, they call me Bugs. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the name I was known as for years. You know what I mean? If you knew me since young. But what happened was my father, you know, rest in peace to him, he had caught up on some bread at the time. So he got into the real estate game, but he was handicapped. So I was the one who go collect the rent for him, you know what I mean, younger and shit. So one day, like a kid came to the door, I knocked on the door to get the bread. Kid came to the door, like, I'm like, yo, your mom's here, da da da. And then he just screamed, Ma, the landlord here. So I was just jacking that. So I just went, you know what I mean, to the hood with it, like, nah, I'm running with landlord, you know. It just, people, you know, they ran with it, you know what I mean? Now we at LANDLEEZY, you know, we just reinventing ourselves all the time, you know what I'm saying? If you can work with any artist or producer, who would it be and why? All right, so I'm a fan of Hov. That's like the greatest to me, you know what I mean? And Drake, you know what I mean? Hov, he's like who I would always love to be on a record with. Because growing up, that's what I was jacking, you know? But the Hov people love now is not the Hov I love. Like, I love that Hov, like, when he's spitting that shit, you know what I mean? He still spit that shit, I'm not saying that, but Hov came with growth. I haven't reached that growth, so I can't always adapt to what he's talking, you know what I'm saying? I would love to, but we ain't there. But I would say Drake, because Drake is gonna give you a hit record with it and spit that shit, you know what I mean, that I like listening to and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? A producer, I'm not really sure, you know what I mean, because I love so many sounds, so I don't really know. If anything, it would be a dude on the come up, like, you know, there's this dude from Queens I'm hearing about named Cash Cobain, you know what I'm saying? So he's someone I would definitely want to tap in with, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's why I would, you know what I mean? That's why I'd mention him, you know what I mean? Because he's on the come up, we could create a sound. He already got a sound, so I would, you know, see how it fit with me. This last one right here. If you wasn't rapping, what would Landlord be doing? Damn. I don't even know how to answer that one. I don't even know what I would be doing. I'd be outside. I just know that. I'd be tapped in with something. And you know what I mean? That's one thing about me. Like, we gonna find our ways to it. Like I say, fly straight to the money or crash broke. I live by that. You know what I'm saying? So that's we find our ways to it. You know what I mean? I can't really tell you what I'd be doing. I just would pray every day that I ain't in no confinement or corrections or nothing like that. You feel me? You know what I mean? Free everybody that's under that. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's how we set the tone on the crate. You know what I mean? It's Landlord, LANDLEEZY. Those are my crate questions. It's your boy Landlord, aka LANDLEEZY. This is my crate vision. I would say successfully in the next 5 years with music, I would see myself, you know, touring, you know, still creating new music, trying to tap into whatever the sound is, because I'm more of like an adapt artist, you know what I mean, adapt rapper. I see where the curve is going, and I just, you know, I get in it and I do what I do with it, you feel me? So I would say, you know, touring, putting my peoples on, getting into business, getting into media outside of music, you know what I'm saying? Because it's all about levels, you know what I mean? The voice is just what gets you heard, but you want to be felt, you gotta tap into other shit, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I say I would be doing, you know what I mean? And if unsuccessful, I'd say more into the podcast. I'd probably be full with that, and you know, still creating ways for my kids, you know what I mean? I got 2 daughters, you you know what I mean, that I gotta be here for, you know what I mean, family that I'm still here, gotta provide for, you know what I'm saying? So just doing what I gotta do still to keep myself setting the tone, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I do it, that's how I see it. It's your boy Landlord, LANDLEEZY, and that's my Crate vision. It's your boy Landlord, aka LANDLEEZY, and this my Crate vibe. The whole crew on deck, the flies, we got now, so fuck who want next. Wanna know if he sanctioned, boy, you go check. Got that China white, watch my Euro step. Oh, you ain't jacking that? Well, that's cool, where the package at? We post in front of them stores right where the camera's at. These niggas don't want action, they capping, cause there's a difference between active and acting. I hope you niggas follow guidelines, cause real ballers know how to keep themselves by the sideline. Work fresh from the Taylor port like it's fine wine. Haters ready to catch you lacking on your timeline. And y'all niggas ain't blood, y'all anemic. And y'all niggas ain't cuz, y'all bulimic. Throwing up signs, on the block ain't doing shit. Slowing up grounds, don't be holding up minds. It's Lord, a Landlord, aka LANDLEEZY. That's my Crate vibe.
Hip hop's crate. Get your crate ready.